first of all, maybe you can just tell me about your experience with a Greenland paddle and why you use a Greenland paddle.
Sure. So I bought this paddle in the middle of June of last year, and I use a Greenland paddle because it saves my shoulders. I used to be a whitewater raft guide, and from overextending a lot, I sort of damaged my shoulders just a tad. So compared to a Euro blade, which it's a lot more strain on my shoulders, this thing, it's amazing. I love the way it paddles. It forces me to paddle correctly. The best strokes I've ever had with it, and essentially it saves my shoulders, and I love this thing. I get all the questions on tours. Oh, what's that? So it's a Greenlander paddle, and it's, oh, that's very cool. It's traditional. I'm like, yeah, it's super sweet. And I love that I can grab anywhere on it like this. Do nice big sculling draws, leaning on the side of the water like this. I love that it floats naturally, that it's made out of western red cedar, which is another very cool thing, right?
Yeah.
So the cedar in itself I get to talk about on my tours because of the Kayak Nation. They use the cedar for just about everything, their dugout canoes and all their clothing, so this ties in with that on my talks as well.
Yeah, the bracing works pretty well when you extend that thing, doesn't it?
This thing is amazing. When I first started to use it, I wasn't really sure on how to hold it. I had my hands in really close here, and then I figured out that you can grab anywhere on it. So extending it way out here is sweet to turn. I never use my rudder, and I always have it way out here to turn my kayak. And yeah,
turning power is amazing.
Turning power is amazing. The surface of this blade offers, I don't even know, so much power that it doesn't look like it would, and it's so lightweight. Like, hold it up with just 2 fingers, pinky, that, well balanced.
Yeah, so many people look at them for the first time and they say, well, how do you paddle that silly little stick? It's got no blade area. What are you doing with that thing?
I make a joke sometimes. I pass by other guides in the water. They're like, oh yeah, you like my 2x4?
And you need to start a fire. Well, I mean, you got some nice dry cedar there.
Yeah, and I use this quite extensively from June on, and I still paddle it. As you can see, it's quite well used everywhere. So it's need to oil it and sand it back down again. But I love this thing. Sure, save my shoulders basically is why I use it to paddle, and it's traditional.
Good stuff.
Coming from a native background myself, I like to, figure out how other people have done it before. So I'm Mi'kmaq, which is on the east coast of Canada. So you're not local native. And so traditionally they paddle birch bark canoes and kayaks out there, and not exactly the same type of blade. But, I like to hear. Because I come from a native background, I like to use traditional things, and this is one of those paddles that I heard about through Liam, and I tested his paddle out and I fell in love with it. And yeah, I don't know. Other than that,
Super. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.